If you've been hunting for a TCL soundbar but the internet has you drowning in model numbers, watt ratings, and marketing buzzwords, don't worry today. We're making this unbelievably simple. I've spent days digging through real-world reviews, spec sheets, and hands-on impressions to bring you the definitive countdown of the top 5 best TCL soundbars, ranked from good to, oh wow, that's TCL? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your room, your budget, and your expectations, whether you just want better TV dialogue or you're aiming for a full-blown Atmos setup that shakes the walls. Alright, let's jump straight in. Number 5. TCL S210W. Let's start at number 5 with a soundbar that honestly shocked me for the price, the TCL S210W. It's one of the smallest bars in the list, which normally screams basic upgrade, but this little 22-inch bar comes with a wireless subwoofer that completely changes the story. The moment you turn it on, you realize why so many users say it punches above its weight. The subwoofer, with its 5.5-inch driver, sends out a deep, clean rumble that fills living rooms and especially bedrooms in a way most compact bars never could. It's not the kind of bass that shatters furniture, but it's tight, controlled, and surprisingly satisfying, especially at moderate volumes. And setup couldn't be easier. HDMI ARC, a power plug, and boom, you're in business. Movies benefit the most here. Dialogue becomes clearer, explosions have weight, and thanks to Dolby Audio and DTS Virtual X, the soundstage suddenly feels way more dimensional than a small bar should be capable of. You're not getting the height effects of Atmos, but you'll absolutely notice a big jump in immersion compared to TV speakers. Still, let's be real, the S210W has limits. In a big open room, it can feel a little underpowered, and some users report the bass getting a bit too heavy for apartments unless you keep it in check. And while Bluetooth is great for quick music streaming, the remote and audio controls are pretty basic. But for the price, this thing is incredible value. It's the perfect first upgrade soundbar, simple, compact, and way better than it has any right to be. Number 4. TCL S45H. Coming in at number 4 is the TCL S45H, a soundbar that looks tiny but pulls off something unusual. It actually sounds bigger than it looks. It's a standalone 2.0 bar, no subwoofer, no satellites, just the bar. And yet, it somehow manages to deliver a surprisingly full sound experience when you're watching TV or listening to music. A lot of that comes from TCL's AI sonic room calibration. With one tap, the bar analyzes your room, listens to reflections, and tweaks its sound to fit your space. It's the kind of feature you normally see on higher-end bars, not a budget 2.0 system. Mids and highs are emphasized, making dialogue crisp right out of the box. And the virtual surround modes add just enough width to make movies feel bigger than stereo. Now the downside is obvious. There's no real bass. There's a built-in bass reflex port that helps, but without a subwoofer, deep rumble is off the table. If you watch action movies or bass-heavy concerts, you'll feel the lack of low end. And while it supports Dolby Atmos and DTS Virtual X, the bar can only down-mix them to stereo, so you're getting enhanced stereo, not real Atmos. Still, this bar shines in everyday use. TV shows sound clean, voices stay forward, and it gets surprisingly loud without distorting. For apartments, bedrooms, offices, or anyone who doesn't want the boom of a subwoofer, it's a superb, minimalistic option. And honestly, for this price, TCL adding room correction feels like a gift. Number 3. TCL S55H. Now we start stepping into the wow. TCL is actually serious about audio territory. The TCL S55H comes in hot with Dolby Atmos support, a wireless subwoofer, and a room calibration system that genuinely improves the sound, all at a surprisingly affordable price. At around this price range, a lot of brands cut corners. But the S55H manages to feel like a solid middle-class home theater upgrade. The first thing you notice is the clarity. Dialogue has a more natural mid-range presence than cheaper soundbars. The wireless subwoofer adds punch, not earth-shaking, but enough to give movies a sense of impact that feels far more expensive than what you paid for. When watching a modern action film or a game trailer, the sound wraps around you in a way that's noticeably more immersive than budget 2.1 systems. The AI Sonic Auto Room calibration does real work here. It measures reflections and adapts the sound so you get more even performance whether you're up close in a bedroom or across a living room. And since it integrates with TCL TVS, you can even use the TV speakers as part of the sound setup, basically turning your TV into a center channel for extra clarity. Now, the weaknesses. The highs can sometimes roll off, so certain S and T sounds can feel a little muted. Atmos performance is limited. No physical upfiring speakers means you're getting virtual height, which is decent, but not amazing. And the lack of an HDMI pass-through stings if you have multiple devices. But for this price? The S55H is a fantastic upgrade for smaller or medium-sized rooms. It's loud, clean, more immersive than you'd expect, and a huge step up from TV speakers or basic bars. Number 2. TCL Q6510. At number 2, things get serious. The TCL Q6510 is where TCL steps into true surround sound territory with a full 5.1 package soundbar, subwoofer, and 2 rear speakers. And the leap in immersion is instantly noticeable. Compared to virtual surround on the S-Class bars, this is the real deal. Rear effects actually come from behind you. Voices stay anchored to the center, and action scenes explode outward with space and depth. The 6.5-inch wireless sub hits harder than you'd expect for this price, especially with bass boost on. Explosions pop, footsteps feel grounded, and music gains a richness that cheaper bars often miss. Movies and games feel way more cinematic, especially in mid-sized living rooms where you can spread out the speakers. The Q6510's greatest strength is balance. You have tweeters for detailed highs, a center speaker dedicated to dialogue clarity, and rear speakers that genuinely create surround effects instead of just echoing the front channels. This system shines with gaming too. Forza engine revs, gunfire in shooters, or atmospheric RPG audio all come through with a much wider soundstage. The main trade-offs? The satellites are wired, which can be annoying if your room doesn't make wire management easy. The build materials feel a bit plasticky. And while the sub is strong, it's not the deepest or most refined on the market. But here's the bottom line. For the price, this system is a home theater cheat code. It wipes the floor with most all-in-one bars and gives you a real surround experience without going into multi-$1,000 setups. This is the TCL Soundbar most people should buy. The value is just insane. Number 1. TCL Q85H. And now, the king. The TCL Q85H isn't just TCL's best soundbar, it's TCL trying to punch way above its weight class. This is a full-blown 7.1.4 Atmos system with upfiring speakers, wireless rears, a hefty subwoofer, and a massive 860 watts of total power. When you fire it up, the room literally transforms. Ray-Dan's acoustic reflectors widen the stage so much that you don't feel like the sound is coming from a bar. Instead, you feel wrapped in a dome of audio. Helicopters sound like they're above you. Rainfall feels like it's falling around you, and action scenes hit with cinematic impact. It's a huge jump in immersion compared to anything lower in TCL's lineup. The subwoofer delivers deep, room-filling rumble. The wireless rears each with up-firing drivers complete the Atmos bubble in a way that even some big brand bars struggle with. And the built-in center channel gives you clear dialogue, which stays distinct even when explosions try to overpower everything. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The Q85H is powerful, but it isn't perfect. Some reviewers report the audio can get unbalanced without proper tuning. The calibration tools are limited for a bar this advanced. And if your room is small, the sheer output can feel overwhelming instead of immersive. But when you set it up right, with good placement and adjustments, this system is monstrous, the most immersive TCL has ever made. It brings theater-level excitement into your home and shows what TCL is capable of when it goes all in. If you want the biggest, boldest, most cinematic TCL soundbar available today, the Q85H sits comfortably at the top. And that wraps up our countdown of the top 5 best TCL soundbars. Whether you're building your very first home theater or leveling up to a full Atmos system, TCL actually covers every kind of setup: small rooms, big rooms, gaming rigs, apartments, you name it. If you want a simple upgrade, go with the lower S-Series bars. If you want true theater sound, the Q-Series is unbeatable for its price. Let me know in the comments which one you're thinking about picking up, and if you want a comparison between TCL and Samsung, TCL and Bose, or TCL versus Hisense, I can break that down next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.